hey everybody, it's your old pal Steve Moore here, owner of Runmoore, this fabulous brick and mortar running shop located in Westminster, Maryland. You know, I have been a proud Altra dealer since the day I opened back in August of 2014, and it's been really fun to see this brand continue to grow. And over the years, we've seen a ton of Altra fans come in, whether they're local here in Westminster, Maryland, or they found us from the YouTubes, or just getting into the brand. When we think of sort of that Altra customer, in my head, there's like 4 models that we are continuing to see that sort of separating themselves from the rest of the stuff that we carry from the brand. And we're proud to say we carry a ton of different models from Altra, but like people walking in the door that are like, I'm a diehard Altra fan, they tend to sort of gravitate into 4 models from Altra. And I wanted to talk about each of them here this morning. And I will say, interestingly enough, for us, our most popular Altra isn't in this list. So dive in with us as we talk about some of the latest and greatest new from Altra in 2025. Now, before we get too far along, do me a favor, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to our channel. It's a fun, free way to support the shop. And if you wanted to, stay tuned until the end. We'll tell you how you can save 10% on any of these fun models with a link down below. So let's dive into it. Let's start with the Escalante. This, at the time, when the first Escalante came out a million years ago, was such a fun and different shoe, and it was like such a game changer. And still, it's one of the most talked about shoes when people come in. They talk about their first Escalante. Or do you remember that old Escalante color or the way it fit? It is a slipper mixed with an athletic shoe. One of the most comfortable uppers out there. And for us and for the brand, it is their most minimal road shoe out there. I guess you can technically argue the Escalante Racer has a little bit less stack height, or maybe the Solstice, which is more of a gym shoe. But for your everyday trainer, the Escalante to me is still that Altra shoe. Very low stack, very minimal arch, one of the most stretchy and just comfortable shoes you'll put on. I think it's one of those shoes that we sell a lot to people that aren't necessarily runners, people that come in that just say, I wish I could live my life in a barefoot world, but society doesn't allow it, so here is the next greatest thing. So if you are somebody who's like a true minimal person in running and life and gym and everything, this is still the bee's knees out there. And version 4 has been spectacular. Like, that felt like the brand had kind of gotten away from what made this shoe so awesome from version 1, and they brought all it back in version 4. So if it's been a minute since you visited the Escalante, I encourage you to pop out and find the new Escalante 4, because it's been great, and it truly is like the Altra's Altra shoe out there. Moving into like the shoe that started the whole revolution, right? The Lone Peak. The Lone Peak is still Altra's most popular shoe. It's still, when you're out on the trail, you see this all over the place. And now with the new 9 Plus, it has an option for a Vibram outsole. So if you're somebody who is like a diehard trail and they really, really want all the extra technical stuff, now they have that covered. And honestly, if you're an Altra fan in the Lone Peak category, there's a high top, there's a low cut, there's a waterproof, there's a Vibram, there's a reason why they make so many variations of this shoe, because it is such a killer for them. And the price point's always been great. The comfort level, and same thing, it's like, I want to be barefoot, but I also like to walk on the trail. Well, pow, that's what this guy is. Low stack height, low arch, nice wide, original fit. Like, it's got all the things that Altra fans like, from the comfort and the fit and just the mentality of what this shoe is, and what like Golden had in his mind when they were starting this brand out. Like, all those things are checked here in the Lone Peak. So if you're really an Altra fan, like, you got to have a Lone Peak somewhere in your rotation. Moving up to like, I think our most popular just like everyday road shoe from Altra still is the Torin. It has that brand recognition to it. It's been around for a long time. It was the first model that they made that had a wide option, and still out there as a standard and wide option. So again, if they're making it in variations, it must be doing well for the brand. And like, if you're going to a road race, you're doing a marathon, you're doing a half, like, this is a shoe you see on a lot of people's feet. As much as the Escalante is awesome, if you are doing something that needs a little bit more time on foot, the Torin is that nice next best step. It's also a 0 drop. It also has like a more forgiving toe box to it compared to some of their Altras out there. The new version is awesome. Honestly, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video is, as the brand is continuing to grow and there's more and more SKUs, I can honestly say that in 2025, it feels like every new Altra that has come out has been better than the predecessor. Almost everything that is coming out is like better than it was, best version of that shoe that we've been. And this for us has been one of the best Torins that we've had, especially compared to the last 1 or 2. This has been a great option for people. It is their highest cushion 0 drop option now as well. So if you're somebody who used to run a million years ago in the old Via, that is now not the same anymore. So if you are a true ride or die 0 drop ultra high cushion road person the Torin is going to be the highest cushion that you're going to find out there. So still a killer, the Torin. And now going into our fourth shoe here, and this is going to be one that I think people are going to talk about in the comments, or I hope that you guys do and give us your input, the Flow 2. This has been a much better shoe than the original one, but I think directionally you can see that Altra has put a lot of stock and a lot of energy and marketing behind making the Flow a thing, and I actually think it has become a thing. Like a lot of people, when Altra started making shoes with a 4mm drop, and of all the 4 that we talked about today, this is the only one that is a 4mm drop. The forward Flow has just a little bit more to it. It's sort of paying an homage to some of the shoes we have on the wall that have more of a rocker feel to it, but it's got Ultra spin on it with the rounded foot-shaped toe box, the P35 midsole. It's soft, but Ultra's been doing specific targeted marketing campaigns, whether it's like specific launches for the Marine Corps, or their Running is Dope campaign they did earlier this spring when this launched. They've been trying to make this their favorite signature daily trainer, which is interesting because it is sort of against where they started with more zero drop options. But I think for them to continue to grow, finding more customers out there, finding a shoe that isn't a zero drop is important. And I actually do believe that this is working. Like, we're always surprised like how many people have now been coming in Ultras wearing Flows, where like a year ago you just didn't see that. So they've done a push, they've put energy behind it, and it's been paying off. So if you haven't tried the new Flow 2, it's been a really fun shoe, and it's exceeded all of our expectations as far as volume and customer feedback. So there you have it. In a nutshell, these are our 4 most Altra shoes that we're seeing in the market right now. So whether you're somebody looking for as minimal as you can, from the Escalante to the Lone Peak, whether you're somebody who just wants something in the zero drop category, from the Torin, Lone Peak, Escalante. Maybe you're somebody who's just a little too cautious trying something zero, but you want that Altra feel, you have the Flow 2. So you now have a couple different places to pivot, and you should feel good feeling that you are a true diehard Altra enthusiast if you're picking up one of these fine 4 products. And hey, if you are picking up one of these fine products, we'll have a link down below if you want to scoop one up. Enter promo code WATCHMORE, one word, WATCHMOORE. You'll save 10%. We'll ship them out for free. And hey, stop on by. We're out here in Westminster, Maryland. It's a beautiful town. Come in, say hello. There's a good chance you'll catch me while I'm here. Happy running. Happy fall. See you around town. Thanks so much for watching. Click the videos on the screen to learn more about some related content.